Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, Thomas. I am not a consistent YouTuber. Halbert back at it again with yet another video. So I get a lot of comments, just really positive and great comments saying that I am just not a very positive person, that none of my videos are positive. I give no positive reviews. I never talk about products that I actually enjoy. That may be untrue, because I definitely do talk about a lot of products that I love. I give you guys authentic, real, and honest reviews. That's just something I do. I don't bullshit you. I don't gaslight you. I don't do any of that stuff. I will tell you how it is with any product at all times. Other YouTubers, I don't know, but for me on this channel, I'll give you guys the honest truth. But in today's video, I'm going to shut up all those people and I'm going to be talking about everything that I love. I'm going to be doing a full face of products that are actually good, that I actually like. If you're not already subscribed, I would love to have you a part of this little family, this little community that we have going on here. We are pretty chill and we enjoy memes. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up as well, and comment down below some of your favorite products. And yeah, let's get right into this video. So I didn't know if you could tell, but sister has her eyebrows on already. So on my brows, I used Miss Kat Von Anti-Vaccine 24-Hour Super Brow. And then to clean it up, I used the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Light 1. So these are my two favorite products for brows. These are my holy grail. You guys have been saying my brows have been looking better, and it's mainly because of these two products. Now, I did actually put in a hated it's video this product, but it was actually a darker shade. I went out and bought a newer one, and after I've been able to use it a little bit more, I've been more and more like, I've been enjoying it a lot more. I think the more that this dries out, which it does actually dry out pretty fast, the more it dries out, the more I like it. But like I said, this does dry out pretty fast, so I do have to go into my Inglot Duraline quite a bit. So I'm first going to do my base makeup. I was skeptical at first with this product, but I've been loving the Tatcha Silk Canvas primer. I was super skeptical about this primer, just because I felt like it wasn't doing much of anything at all. But the more I've been able to kind of like work with the primer and figure out like what it is it like fully does, and like kind of test it out a little bit more, I've noticed that I really do enjoy it. And the reason why I enjoy this primer is because it just makes makeup last just a little bit longer, like foundation and stuff like that. I notice if I'm not using this primer, things tend to move around a little bit more. I kind of get more creasing, like right in this area and this area. Kind of like when I smile, it doesn't crease right there. Like it makes it last a little bit longer. Like eventually it does crease there, but for this, it just makes foundations last a little bit longer on the skin, if that makes any sense. So I've really been enjoying this. It's extremely expensive. You don't need this at all. Like if you have the coin to spend on this guy, then do it. Otherwise, then don't. So next I'll go into my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I did actually first try this in the luxury makeup video, and since then I just cannot get enough. I've already used so much of it because it's so good. I don't even like really know what it is exactly, but it just makes makeup and foundation just go on the skin so smoothly. It's so good, like so good. Okay, so moving on into foundation. Listen, I have man's skin. I have a man's skin. I need you to understand that. I have sandpaper skin, I have porous skin, I have dehydrated skin, I have acne prone skin, and I have sensitive skin. A lot of products just don't mix with my skin type, okay? It's almost like my skin's like, Thomas, why the fuck you wearing foundation, sis? Like we about to, like my face hates foundation for the most part. There is some foundations that I actually really enjoy. One of them, unfortunately, I can't use anymore because I don't know why I keep coming back to this damn foundation when I know very well that it doesn't work for my skin type, because I have sensitive skin and my face always breaks out with this damn foundation. It's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is such a good, pretty foundation. It's full coverage, well, medium to full coverage. It lays so pretty on the skin, but I personally have sensitive skin and acne prone skin, and the coconut water that's in this foundation does not work well with my skin at all. Like I as you can see, she's been breaking out because I've been using this nonstop. I'll still wear this just because sometimes life requires sacrifice. Do you know what I mean? Now, the actual foundation that I'm going to go in today, which is probably the only foundation that I've been able to actually work with and enjoy for a long period of time is the Hourglass Vanish Veil Stick Foundation. It's in the shade Alabaster. Something about this foundation just sits so beautifully on my skin. It doesn't break me out. It's so full coverage. Kind of gives like a your skin but better appearance. And I've never really seen a stick foundation kind of do that before. Simply because my experience with stick foundation is like, bitch, you're wearing makeup. And this one's like, you can go super light-handed or go super heavy-handed. And at the end of the day, it's going to look like your skin, but better. Bitch, I love this foundation so much. Now, I also believe that this foundation is best applied with a brush or like an Artiste moment. I prefer blending out this foundation with this Artiste brush. It's the Oval 7. Beauty blenders can blend it out, but I feel like it just looks prettier blended out with a brush. This foundation and most stick foundations. Okay, for concealer, this concealer, bitch, it's the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This is by far the best concealer on the market. I don't know if this has coconut water in it. If it does, maybe I'll have to eventually discontinue use with this one because this could honestly be breaking me out as well. I don't know. But I do know that this has got to be the best concealer on the market, period. It's full coverage, just as full coverage as Tarte Shape Tape. It's hydrating. It dries down. It doesn't crease that much. And it just looks so pretty on the skin. It's just and it has so much product in it. It can be multi-use. It's such a good concealer. I use the shade Swan. The only downside is that they could use a little bit of a shade boost. I wish they had lighter shades. And I think they go pretty dark. Yeah, they go pretty dark. It's so good that I bought 2 more during the VIB sale. During the VIB Rouge sale, bitch, I bought 2 more of these in the shade Swan. Because this is such a good concealer. Like, this concealer, girl, you can't tell bitches nothing with this concealer. It's everything I wish the Tarte Shape Tape could have been, you know what I mean? Too Faced got me out here feeling like a brand new bitch, basically. Too Faced and Hourglass both got me out here feeling like a brand new bitch. Because the way I be unclockable as fuck with this on, girl, they were like, are you wearing makeup? I sure am. Full coverage, darling. Like, I'm in studio lighting, but even in daylight lighting, bitch, I look good. Bitch. So before I finish up blending out my under eyes, I'm going to share with you guys my favorite powder, which I have 2 favorite loose powders. One of them being the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder. You guys know I've been raving about this forever. Since this came out, it's so good. And the other one being my, okay, well, I can't find it, but it's the ColourPop Loose Setting Powder. I wanted to use that today because that one's hella brightening under the under eye, but I'm going to go ahead and use the Maybelline one instead. But the ColourPop Loose Setting Powder has got to be the best setting powder I've ever tried, period, hands down, to this day. It's ColourPop setting powder, then Maybelline. Okay? Those are my top 2. So I'm going to take my Japanese sponge, my favorite sponge, dip into this powder, and just press her in. So now that the face is set and ready to go, I'm going to go ahead and go into my favorite contouring product. Now, actually, my favorite contouring product was the Kat Von Anti-Vaccine Shade and Light Palette. As you can tell, this is the old packaging, bitch. I've had this for a long time. And as you can see, this is my favorite shade. This one, it's Shadow Play. Shadow Play was my favorite shade. But I have since moved on. Ever since I got this package from CoverGirl, it's the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Powder. I did not use this intending it to be my favorite contour product of all time. I actually couldn't find my Shade and Light, so I was like, bitch, I need to contour my face, bitch. I don't have time for this. This just came along and it just became the perfect contour shade of all time. Like, literally, oh, by the way, it's the shade Buff Beige. It's like a very good bronzer slash contour shade for fair skin because, first of all, it's super buttery, super creamy, so it blends out beautifully. It can be a little bit pigmented, but it's so nice. It's just so smooth. So what I'm first going to do is take this Real Techniques, the contour brush. I'm going to dip into her. She is a little pigmented, so I would knock her off. I'm just gonna start swirling her on. Such a pretty shade. Like I said, it's like a mix between a bronzer slash contour shade. So then what I'll do is I'll take like a flat paddle brush like this. I am testing out the Jaclyn Hill brushes to do a future review. But I'll take a flat paddle brush moment like this, dip into her, and then kind of continue to play it myself. I'm telling you, this bitch is pigmented, but look at that. She just blends herself out. So if you mess up with this product, no worries, because she blends out like a dream. That looks so good. Okay, so for blush, I'm gonna go into the Beauty Bakery Scoops. That name. This is one of my favorite palettes to kind of blush my face with. I'm gonna go into these two shades right here. It's French Tart and a Pink Truffle. As you can see, these two shades are super pigmented, so this works for fair skin. It works for skin. It is a really nice palette. I am gonna go into these two shades. That's what they look like. It is a very versatile palette in the sense of like it can work on any skin tone, except for, I don't know if this shade could work on every skin tone, but I do know that they have a darker version of this palette that will work for deeper complexions. This is like the fair skin tone version, and even the highlighting shade is like really pretty. I don't really go into it just because I have a favorite highlighting shade already. So I'm gonna use her to blush up the face. I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill 506 brush. Like I said, this is super pigmented, so little goes a long way. Yes. I'm just gonna dip into Pink Truffle just a little bit. If I go a little too overboard, I'll just blend her out. Again, it's the Beauty Bakery Scoops Alices. Another honorable mention is the Flesh Fever blush. This is like a new favorite of mine. I love this shade for blush. Honorable mention. So moving on into highlight, which is everyone's favorite for whatever reason. Okay, so moving on to highlighter. I actually have two products for highlighters that I've always been obsessed with. My first is now discontinued, so don't be mad at me. It's the Anastasia and Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit. This one is just something about this one is just so good. I don't know. It's just like all these shades are just super, super pretty. And they just do the job and just give off like the prettiest glow. Unfortunately, it's not sold anymore. So my second favorite is the Amrezy highlighter, which is probably going to be discontinued as well. So don't be mad at me. But this one's pretty. This one's definitely a different formula than this one. This one's a little bit more, I want to say stiff than these two. But this one's just pressed a little bit more stiff. And these two are just a little bit softer. But they all kind of give off the same kind of effect. It's interesting how all of these are different shades, but they're all my favorite. I think I'm gonna go into Miss Nicole Guerrero today because I have not gone into her in a while, and I missed her. And I'm gonna use just this Morphe Jaclyn Hill brush that I'm trying out. I'm gonna mix Forever Lit and Glow Getter together, which has been my fave kind of concoction. Maybe a little bit of Forever Young in there as well. Do you see that? Look at that. Like, in all honesty, these girls really could never. Look at it. It looks straight on. There's no, like, crazy sort of, like, anything. It's just... Bitch. Boom, bitch. You see that shit? Look, wait. KKW highlighter who, bitch? I only know Miss Anastasia highlighters, girl. Fuck you mean? So let's move on into eyeshadow. I have quite the selection of eyeshadows here to show you guys. So I picked out 3 palettes. One being the Jaclyn Hill OG palette, Fuck the Vault collection, forever and always fuck that collection. She really should have just stopped at this, because this is one of the best palettes I've ever used, period, hands down. Like, one of the best palettes ever on the market. Trying to go for color, we have Miss Sephora Pro. She gives you everything you need with a big ass mirror. I don't even know if this is still being sold. And if you want some pan sizes and you want some really pigmented eyeshadows, Miss Juvia's Place has you covered. Those are my 3 top fave palettes as far as like color or like neutral tones go. I like other palettes, like ABH Soft Glam is a good one that I go to a lot. I think palettes are definitely, favorite eyeshadows is definitely, like, it just depends on the person. Eyeshadows is definitely a personable thing. I like pigment, I like color, I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks, and I like it like that. So I don't know which palette I'm gonna go into. I think I'm gonna just go into Miss Jaclyn Hill for old time's sake, because I'm still kind of low-key traumatized from the Vault collection. Everyone thought I was a liar until everyone got their fucking eyeshadow palettes and they're like, oh. It's so funny how everyone calls me a liar until they get the product and they're like, oh. Like, can y'all get out of my face? Oh, look at her. Look at her in all her glory. Are you kidding me? It's such a good palette. I can't believe she tried to top this or something. I don't know. So I'm gonna go into Miss Sephora Pro and Miss Jaclyn Hill. Look at my toupee moving around and shit. Anyways, so I'm going into this pink shade in the Sephora Pro palette. Do you see that pigment like right off the bat? Again, I am using the Urban Decay Primer Potion in the shade Eden. Get into it! Get into it. Get into it. Okay, so kind of going into this even deeper burgundy shade in the Sephora Pro palette. I might not even go into Jaclyn Hill. I'm gonna deepen this up a little bit more. The proof is in the pudding, baby. The proof is in the pudding. It's in the pudding. This is the pudding. And the proof is right there. I might mix this burgundy, this dark shade, this dark pink with a little bit of, just a pinch of black. Just a little bit of black. And kind of put her on this outer corner. Every time I use this palette, it just takes me back to when I first used it and I just became utterly obsessed with this palette. So I'm in fact going to cut the crease and probably put one of these bad boys on here. Superstar Loose Pigments from ColourPop. These are stunning, bitch. Okay, so I'm just gonna pat a little bit of Weekend on top of where I cut that crease. Okay, so I'm just going to do this eye off camera, pop on some lashes, and then we can move on into lips. I really like this look so far. I did not mean to go this dramatic. What am I kidding? Yes, I did. Okay. We'll be back in a second. So things got dramatic fast. I actually live for glam like this. I feel like I never really get to do it on YouTube, mainly because I just feel like people don't like to see looks like this. So if you actually like seeing me kind of be a little bit more creative, if you don't mind me stepping outside of the box when it comes to looks on my channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. I like to keep things as easy as possible on this channel, just in case some of you guys are trying to follow along or trying to recreate any looks, because I know not everyone knows how to do a fucking pink black cut crease thing with glitter. Like, not everyone knows how to do that. Not everyone has the time to do that. So I typically keep it cute on my channel with those kind of looks. So if you want to see more of this, just let me know in the comment section down below and I'll definitely do more. Okay, so moving on to lips, I'm just going to get rid of this nastiness. I preferred what my lips looked like when they had filler in them. Nowadays, I hate it. So typically now I just do gloss. It's either a liquid lipstick or lip gloss. And my favorite brand for liquid lipsticks is Ofra. They recently rebranded, which is so sickening. This is in the shade Sanibel. I'm just gonna quickly, because this is literally my lip shade. I'm just gonna... Over liquid lipsticks just tend to be a little bit more comfortable on the lips. Like, it's pretty much already dried down and I can't even feel anything on my lips. That's why I like Ofra liquid lipsticks the most. Just because, again, they're the most comfortable. I'm just gonna put Fenty Gloss Bomb, my favorite gloss of all time. All time. This is my third one since their launch. My third. Like, how dare you? Okay guys, that is it for today's video. This is the finished look. All these products I really love, I really enjoy, and I seriously recommend to all of you. It's funny how I didn't even use the Jaclyn Hill palette. I just got really carried away with the Sephora Pro palette because I actually haven't played with color in so long. I was like, ooh, pink. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I enjoyed making it. Let me know if you pick up any of these products that I recommended, because usually I'm telling you not to buy something. So anyways, I love you guys so much. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in my next video. Bye, guys.